We're live. I just thought I'd throw up a little live because today is actually the 6 year anniversary of MC Noble. So 6 years ago today, I started as an MC, and to be honest, with the lockdown and everything, the COVID, I didn't really have anything planned for it. I mean, last year was the 5 years of Noble. I think we just ended up doing something on Facebook. I think we just had I don't. Did we have Prime Round? I think I had a DJ Prime Round at my friend's house, and I think we just did a little live and just sort of celebrated the occasion. I did originally have something planned for it. I had a little event that I was gonna do in a nightclub and just have a few close friends and family attend it. Just like a little hire the club out for a party kind of thing. But obviously the COVID kind of said bollocks to that. So as far as 6 years goes, I didn't really have anything planned, and to be honest and truthful, there was nothing really that decent about doing a 6 years. I mean, six is still an incredible number to say you're still in the game 6 years on, but it's not one of them numbers that is really worth like madly celebrating. Like, 5 years, obviously that's half a decade. Um, that's half a decade, so that is sort of worth celebrating, and obviously 10 years would be as well. Whereas, like, say 15 years or like 21 years or something. Do you know what I mean? So 6 years wasn't really too important, but obviously, every year's worth a little mention or a live stream or something. Um, and I just thought I'd take the time to hop on really and have a little bit of a chat about me and my MCing in 2021, because I think I did a live stream about this not too long back, because I was getting a lot of people calling me like Mandem and calling me the G and calling me the guy who spits fire, the guy who spits bars. And I want to sort of alliterate on that stream, because I've been getting a few questions more recently from people, and that is them saying, how come I DJ more now um, than I MC? And I wanted to answer clearly why I DJ more than I actually MC. And I think a lot of people, in some aspects, they think that I'm gonna sort of give up the MCing and become a DJ. And I know a lot of people don't want that to happen. A lot of people like me as an MC, and I know I've gained a following as an MC, but I have gained a little bit of a, I don't really know how to put it, but like I've gained in some sense a following that I didn't want to gain. So it's hard to explain, but I feel like I've attracted the wrong audience through some of the stuff that I've done in the past, which at the time seemed like a good idea because it was growing my social media. It was doing a lot of stuff. Do you know what I mean? It was helping me massively. It was doing this. Um, so at the time, it seemed like a really good idea. We're going out to sorry, I can't see the name properly. Is it Sealand? Sorry, Sealand. So yeah, so at the time it was doing good because it was growing my social media, and it was making me sort of become the person I am now. But looking back now, there's like certain things I regret doing, because like it's attracted the wrong audience for me. So the answer is I do DJ more now than I MC. Do I enjoy DJing more than I enjoy MCing? Well, I've got to be truthful. I actually enjoy both. I do like to DJ a lot now, and I do want to push the DJing like I wanted to push the MCing because it is fun DJing, and I like music in general. And with DJing, you are more connected to the music as opposed to MCing. You've got control of what tune you want to play next, and I like the idea of just being able to have these sets full of the tunes I like and I pick out. Whereas when you're just an MC, you're always spitting over what other people are mixing. So like, whereas you might want to MC over a set that has this tune in, that tune in, but they might not drop it in. So to cut the sort of like to well, not to cut the story short as such, but I've got into the DJing because it does connect me closer to my music, and I am a big music person. I've loved music for years, but I still enjoy the MCing. But what I don't enjoy doing now, which is why you've seen a lack of it, is I don't enjoy doing the freestyle videos anymore. I don't enjoy doing the MC videos because it was attracting the wrong audience. So, for example, let's take my probably one of my most well-known tracks, Scarborough Beach. So that tune was a parody that I did in 2019, and it was just a parody over the Old Town Road. Um, where I just changed take my horse to the Old Town Road to take my donkey to the Scarborough Beach. It was a simple song, simple parody, but it was effective, and it blew up on social media. People loved it. I gained quite a lot of Instagram followers from it. My YouTube sort of got quite a lot bigger from it. My Facebook blew up from it, and it's sitting at like hundreds of thousands of views. However, because of the style of song it was, it's attracted the wrong audience for who I am. So, I'm MC Noble. So, an MC, this is where people, right, this is where people have got to draw the line. There's a difference between a rapper and there's a difference between an MC. An MC is like someone who fires out like hype up bars. They hype up a crowd, so they usually talk about good times and drugs and drink. And they talk about just getting a crowd lively, and they'll just do a bit of rhyming about anything. Whereas a rapper will more than likely 9 times out of 10 just spit an amazing freestyle, or will just like write a song with a topic, maybe a topic about mental health or something they've been through in life, or maybe they'll write a story, maybe dedicated to someone they love. Um, and people get me confused. Now, obviously, I did the Scarborough Beach tune. It was just a one-off. It was just at the time the idea come in my head. The Old Town Road tune was doing well in the charts, and it was getting memed. It was getting memed to fuck anyway as it was, and everybody was kind of like boiling over it and getting all excited, and everybody was like, yeah, this is a tune, and all these remixes and parodies were coming out. So at the time, it was just I saw the opportunity to get um, to get the views up on my social. So obviously, I did the parody just purely as a one-off. It was just a one-off, and like I say, it attracted the wrong audience because what I'm normally known for, or should I say, what I wanted to be known for, was to be this like hardcore raver MC. So someone that goes to a rave, hypes up a crowd, drops a few little quick 16s over the hardcore sets, the bounce sets, the Mcing sets. Someone who just sort of goes to a rave and shouts at the crowd, get your hands up in the air, get moving, crew. And then I do this parody, and I'm getting all these like 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 18, 19 year olds that are all following me on Instagram, and all these people, all these teenagers that are going to school, and all these people that listen to a bit of Drake and like songs like Old Town Road. And suddenly I'm going live on Instagram, and I'm getting all these people saying spit bars G, spit a 16 G, spit bars, spit some fire G. And I'm getting requests to do all these trap songs and drill songs and rap songs. And it's not who I am. I used to do a lot of donk freestyles, and I used to do like a lot of freestyling over hardcore tracks and stuff like that. And I started getting bombarded about doing all these rap tunes and doing all these like funny parodies, and or start spit about the neighbor again, and spit about the gyro and shit like that. And it was fun at the time. And the neighbors tune and the gyro tune, I do rate them, especially over Scarborough Beach. But at the same time, I was trying to come and pull off this more professional outlook to get booked in nightclubs, and to get a booking. And when you go on, say, MC Noble's Facebook page, and the first thing you see is a video of a guy in a shed with walls painted pink, and he's more or less singing, "I'm gonna take my donkey to the Scarborough Beach." It doesn't really give that outlook for someone who's gonna have you hosting a stage to a DJ that's maybe produced his own music for years. And you're trying to sort of like, in some sense, you're trying to show that professionalism. So when I started getting bombarded about spitting all these freestyles and drop the bars G, it was actually putting me off, and I was getting a bit fed up of it. I was getting a bit bored of it. And it got to the point where I didn't want to I didn't want to put freestyle videos up anymore, because I thought this is attracting the wrong audience. I don't want to be known by all the 16-year-olds in the park. Do you know what I mean? I want to be known on the stage and the flyers, because obviously 16-year-olds, they aren't going to attend half of the bookings I get in nightclubs. Where you're going amongst people that are like adults, and I MC with a lot of people that are like 10, even 20 years older than me. I went to Stomping yesterday. I wasn't MCing there. I wasn't on the lineup, but do you know what I mean? A lot of people I know at Stomping, they're a lot older than me even, and they're adults with kids, but they've MC'd, or they've been DJing for years, and they've still managed to maintain a following. They're not massive. You don't see them all over the web dropping bars and spitting quick 16s every day, but they're well known within what they do, and they can get a booking for it, and they will get booked to do something with an event. And that is purely what I see with them is what I want to be with me. I mean, obviously, if I can get on loads of flyers and go up and down north and south, that would be absolutely fantastic. But my aim and my dream isn't to be this sort of like internet sensation, which is with me gathering all these sort of like younger audience, all these like teenagers. That's kind of like they just expect me to upload the next freestyle video. So like if I'm coming live on Instagram, and I'm say if I'm like announcing a gig, right, and I'm saying, look, I'm gonna be playing here, I'm gonna be playing there. It's like they're not interested, because for one, they're obviously too young to go, and two, it's like they find it boring, because it's not me just spitting bars, or it's not me dissing somebody. So they get bored. So it's almost like they can't sit still and sit and listen to like important information. Like, because sometimes I might be, look, I'm booked and I'm playing here. So if people do want to come and see me, I might have to tell them like how they can get the tickets, or maybe I might have to tell them something about the venue. So on arrival, let them know there isn't a cloakroom, maybe to hang their coats up, or I might have to sort of let them know that, maybe the main entrance is out of order at the moment, so we have to go through a little side door at the moment because work's maybe getting done. Do you know what I mean? Just simple things. I mean, you never know what you might have to post. But when I go live on Instagram, it's like people can't sit there and listen to it, and it's like people get easily bored, and then they start putting in just stupid spamming comments, and I get all these daft questions like, would you rather do this or would you rather do that? And the outcomes and the questions are just so stupid. And I sit there and I'm live on Instagram and I'm thinking, this is not who I want to be. Having all these teenagers just putting all these daft questions and becoming this internet sensation. I don't want to become a comedian on the web that can spit bars. I want to be this guy who's well known in actual performing, and I want to record like actual studio tracks and not as such just like the freestyling videos. So to answer the question, really, I do maybe somewhat. It looks like I DJ more than I MC because I do live streams on Facebook pages DJing, and I maybe do 2 or 3 a week. Whereas suppose I don't do no more freestyle videos anymore. However, I haven't given up the MCing. And as far as like an event or a party goes, like if I'm at an house party or if I go around to a mate's house and he's having a mix, any day of the week I'll jump on the mic and spit a few bars. That's what I love. Or if someone says, look, I'm on the radio tonight, will you come and host the show? I'm like, yeah, of course I'll come and host the show. That kind of thing. Parties and events, I will most happily MC. Someone wants me to MC, as a booking as well as DJing, I will grace the mic as well. I'll do that any day of the week. If you get what I mean. And the point that I'm trying to come across is it may look like I'm DJing more than I'm MCing, but I'm not neglecting the MCing as such. It's just I want to keep the MCing more to a professional level. So what I'm going to be doing more more sort of coming up is I'm going to be live on platforms more again, such as Facebook, and I'm going to be MCing over DJ sets and stuff, and it'll be the same with like recording. So I'll be recording and putting mixes and things on SoundCloud of me MCing as my way of kind of like selling myself. Selling myself and not, to sort of get booked somewhere, but but just cutting out all the sort of like spitting a freestyle rap tune, as that's not where I want to be. But studio track wise, I'll jump on a mic and spit a rap track any day, if it's going to get studio recorded. But what I don't want to do is keep attracting this young audience of people that think I'm a G and think that I can just, start dissing Tommy or start calling somebody out and having a little like dissing war with them, because that's not who I am. And I don't want to ruin my career by battling like little teenagers that think they're going to be the next little T. And, I'm just saying it how it truthfully is. And a lot of people that watch my Instagram lives, they'll watch people like Little T and they'll watch people like Bugsy Malone, and they're into all that grimy stuff, and they expect that I spit bars, and they expect that that's the type of person I'm gonna be. And if I started putting that music out, they'd be all putting fire emojis, they'd be loving it, they'd be backing it, they'd be behind it, and they'd be like, yes, Noble lad, you're a proper G. Yeah, you're a proper G, but I'm not a proper G. I'm not a roadman. And I'm no relations to anybody that is a roadman. I've got no interest in being a roadman, and I've got no interest in becoming a grime artist or a rapper. I just want to purely be an MC, a crowd hyper, but somebody who will like just do a few studio tracks, spitting bars. Because I do enjoy rapping, but I just don't want to do all of this new grimy stuff, and I don't want to do all of this kind of like Old Town Road style shit, and I don't want to be making daft little parodies anymore. That that might do well view wise, but just attract that wrong audience of people that aren't going to support me in the long run when it comes to actually having a booking. Do you know what I mean? Or when it comes to actually being live on commercial radio, how many of them Instagram people are going to lock in? Because it's not going to be me spitting Scarborough Beach, or because it's not going to be me doing a rap tune about, I don't know, about Dale Darren. Do you know what I mean? Just using that made up name as an excuse, but or because I haven't gone into Perry's inbox and said happy birthday to Tony from the MC Noble. I mean, I don't mind giving people a happy birthday, but I'm just trying to prove a point that I don't want to be known as this like rapper, and I don't want to sort of be known as this like internet sensation. So that's kind of my answer to do I DJ more nowadays as opposed to MCing? So I suppose like I do DJ more nowadays because the clubs have only just started back open, so I haven't really had a chance to MC anywhere, and I have been very quiet on my Facebook page, like doing any live sets and stuff, because I did lose a bit of passion for it with all of these teenagers, sort of like pounding my Instagram, and every day I'm added into these daft group chats, and it's really put me off Instagram to the point where I'm actually thinking, not as such deactivating my account because I don't want to lose all the memories on there, but it's getting to the point where I am actually thinking of just sort of like pulling away from Instagram and just like promoting a few pictures of sort of like gigs I've got coming up, and as opposed to going live on there all the time. And I'm thinking this is where I'm going to be going in the future, and not be posting on there like constantly all the time and going live every day and shouting everybody out. Just sort of, hey, I'm doing this booking. Rather than going live and trying to explain to people, I'll just put the picture of the flyer on my story, or I'll just make a video on my story so people can either watch it or skip past it. And I'm not getting hassled in the comment sections to spit the Scarborough Beach bar. And I think that's about as simple as it comes. But nevertheless, we are 6 years old, so we're not ending on a bad note, because 6 years is still an achievement to be still even going in the game, believe it or not. And it's so hard nowadays to get somewhere with music. So it's just absolutely... Woo! It's just absolutely crazy that 6 years on, we're still actually somewhere, and I'm still blessed to be able to do what I do. And I just want to also, before we do end this live as well, is just take the time out to say a massive shout out to Dave Fallows and Claire Jessup for putting on another amazing stomping. It was the first one back after lockdowns, and the place was just heaving, full of good people and full of good vibes. And the whole night was just amazing from when I got there to when I left, which was at the end of the event, which was fantastic. The music was on point. The MCs were on point. Everyone smashed it. It was good music all night, from hardcore, hard trance, hard dance. There was two rooms. There was an upstairs room and a downstairs room. So it was just absolutely amazing that that they could just put on such an amazing night, and it just shows how good stomping is and how well an event is put together, how well an event is planned, and they've always got my support. They know I will always try to attend a stomping event, as long as I've not got anything else on that day. Whether I'm booked for them or I'm not booked for them, I will always share their posters, and I will always go down and pay their ticket price, or if it's free entry, I'll make sure I make up by putting plenty of money behind the bar for drinks and stuff like that. They know they've got my full support, does Dave, and I've supported Stomping from the off, really. I shared the poster to the first ever event, and I've shared the poster to the most recent event. So, and I've only ever missed one Stomping. So, they're an amazing event, and they're only going to keep growing. They're only going to get bigger and bigger, and they're going to keep bringing these wicked hardcore nights. So if you are in the Hull area, you are old enough to go, make sure you get down to one in Witham, Club Vega. It's the home of Stomping. And like I say, it was a heaving night last night. Obviously, it was the first one back, so everyone's buzzing to be back. And everyone's they haven't had a year's worth of trying to get babysitters. So obviously, babysitters, getting your mum to have the bane while you go out. You haven't been able to do it for so long. So it might have been easier to do it, oh yeah, you haven't been able to go out for so long, have you? So yeah, you go out, enjoy yourself kind of thing. But yeah, it was just an amazing night, and it was wicked to see everybody again. People that we've not seen, especially like Dave from Stomping himself. I don't think I've actually seen him properly since the last Stomping. Apart from there was one day I went to his house and picked some vinyl up, and I think that was about as far as it went. I've spoke to him odd times through Messenger, but that's about it. And then as far as Sniper and them go, like I say again, I hadn't seen Sniper for so long. I think last time was a barbecue party at my friend Kenny's house, and literally that would have been the last time. So it was so nice to see people again. But anyway, we are 6 years old, so here's to another 6 years. In only 4 years, we'll be 10. We'll be 10. So in about 4 years' time, this time in 4 years, we'll be 10 years old, and I will be putting something on for that, trust me. But obviously, that's in like 4 years to come. Who knows what sort of world or society we'll be in 4 years? You don't even know what things will be like in 2 weeks nowadays, let alone fucking 4 years. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, people, do subscribe, do share, and take it easy.